I guess to catch people up on the story so far, Act 1, basically the plot is Lilith went to go find Rathma, who was her son, with the angel Inarius. Lilith and Inarius are the creators of Sanctuary. Sanctuary is like Earth, with heaven above it and hell below it. Due to both of them creating Earth, Inarius was banished from heaven, and Lilith was banished from hell. Spoilers? This is all pre-game plot. This is... whatever. Fine. This plot all happens pre-game. So, Inarius was banished from the heavens. Lilith was banished from hell because they created Earth. Inarius wants to get back into heaven really badly. And we think Lilith might want to get back into hell, but we don't know for sure. She might not want to get back into hell. She might have other plans. We don't know for sure. But Inarius heard a prophecy that basically said if he kills Lilith, he will be welcomed back into heaven. He heard that prophecy, and as a result, he really wants to kill Lilith in order to be welcomed back into hell. That's the prophecy Inarius heard. But the prophecy said that Lilith would be killed in hell. So he went to his son Rathma. His son Rathma had a key to hell, and he asked his son Rathma to give him the key to hell because he thought he would get the key, he would go to hell, he would fuck shit up, he would kill Lilith, and then they'd bring him back to heaven and they'd welcome him back. Not what happened. He killed his own son, didn't even get the key. Lilith showed up, and Lilith got the key. So now Lilith has the key to hell. Is Diablo even still around?
How many messages did I send?
Yes, but not really. Basically, at the very end of Diablo 3, Diablo is at the end of Diablo 3, Diablo is killed and trapped. Not killed. He's trapped in a soul stone. However, at the end of the expansion of Diablo 3, called Reaper of Souls, an evil angel called Malthael takes the soul stone, and in the climax of that, in the final boss fight of the game, in the very climax of it, the soul stone that contains Diablo, as well as all the other primordial evils that were captured in it, is destroyed and absorbed by Malthael. So Malthael destroys the soul stone that has Diablo in it in order to absorb it, to give himself more power, but you kill him anyway. Once you kill Malthael, all of the souls that he's stored inside of him are released into the world. Again, they're re-released. However, they're not at full power. So it's been 50 years since the end of Diablo 3. In that time, Malthael, as well as the other primordial evils who were already defeated, have been spending that time slowly regenerating and building back their power, but they're not really strong yet. They're not really even close to being powerful again. They're just kind of in they're just kind of in their rebuilding phase right now, basically. They're just powering up. But they'll be back in the future. They're free now. They're released from the Soul Stone, so they're free, but they're just too weak to do anything. So it's like a future problem, basically. So that was Act 1, as I described. Act 1 ends with Lilith getting the key to hell from her dead son. Act 2, we go to this place called Skullsclan or something, and we meet this guy called Donan, who was a guy who got into a fight with a big, really powerful demon in the past and apparently killed it. We find out later that he didn't kill that demon, but instead he just trapped him in a soul stone. Lilith arrives, and Lilith is looking for this demon. She knows he's not dead, she knows he's been trapped in the soul stone, and she wants to find this demon. Nobody knows why. Over the course of the act, she finds the 3 heroes that supposedly killed the demon. She tricks, or she makes a pact with 2 of them in order to get information on the captured demon. I forget his name, actually. Sorry. I already forgot his name. The demon she's looking for. But she basically makes a pact with 2 of the heroes that defeated that demon in order to figure out where he is and how to release him. Then she uses the blood of one of the heroes, and she like makes this like fucking giant demon dog out of it. And she makes a big giant demon dog, and then she uses the big giant demon as I forget his name. Maybe it was, I don't know. Anyway, Astaroth, I think his name was. Anyway, once she does that, she finds out where he is. She takes the guy Donan, who was like he was an important warrior and stuff. She takes his son captive. She uses his son to strike a deal with the demon Astaroth. The deal she makes with him is, because apparently back in the day, Lilith's dad used to be like that guy, okay? Lilith's dad was like that guy. He was like, he was like Shaq, or he was like Kobe, sorry. And what's his name? And Astaroth was like Shaq, and they were, and they were like this, they were tight back in the day. And she makes a deal basically where she gives the demon the son of the guy that captured him as like a reward to torment the guy that captured him. And she frees him from the soul stone, and she gives him a body to use and everything, in return for him granting her safe passage into hell, because remember, she's not allowed in hell anymore. She's been banished. But he's gonna grant her safe passage to hell because he used to be tight with her dad, in return for her like freeing him and stuff. So now she has the key to hell, and she's been granted safe passage. These are the two things she's been granted: a key to hell, and she's now allowed safe passage in. Now what she needs is a door. She has the key, and she needs a door. The other thing is, and now on Act 3, there's this guy called the Pale Man. The Pale Man is the guy we're chasing after. He used to be part of the Horadrim, which I don't exactly know what the Horadrim are, but I feel like they're like a cult of like demon killers or some shit, or I don't know. They're basically like a like in Skyrim, like the Blades. That's what they remind me of, I guess. But they're just like a cult of like, you know what I mean? Maybe not cult, but they're like a bunch of like warriors that are like trying to fight for like the good of the world or something. Yeah, okay, that's a good. They're very pro-human order. Yeah. When I say cult, I don't necessarily mean like a religious cult. I just mean like they're like a group of dudes, who like not necessarily only dudes, but they're like a group of people who are like all in like a kind of religious cult, I guess, but they're not anyway. But they're like very pro-human, and they're very pro-protecting Earth from demons and angels. They're kind of like the group of people who like have the most to do with protecting. Yeah, they're an organization, exactly.